Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, August 27th. We are looking at Window Traders Market Profile of SPY IWMN Triple Qs. And I'll tell you what, standing ovation for the Bulls as this market continues to delight and amaze all who's been long it. It's absolutely killing anybody, chopping off their heads if you're short, because right now
all aboard,
all three time frames in the SPY and the ES are up. We'll go over all of the charts for these three indices. We'll start right now with the profile triple Qs. We all go out with trend days. We all had higher value. Triple Q, one set of single prints in B. Double distribution day, they go out with a price probe. Russell, they go out with 1, 2, 3 sets of single prints, B, C, E. And they got through some weekly levels that were very important that we'll show you on the charts. SPY and ES. I mean, you know, it's interesting, and I was obviously wrong when I said this morning in the video. I said, we could get some good volatility. I said I thought possibly it would have better odds to the downside, the volatility, as opposed to a grind on the upside. Now, I'm not surprised that B ripped once they heard the dovish tone that Powell took. But generally, I wasn't surprised they took out yesterday's high. I was quite surprised we blew through the all-time high as quick as we did, because we know how ES and SPY have such trouble doing it really the first time. And they did it, didn't really look back. We did trade back and forth through it. After that, B through E, and then we got another leg up. So again, you have to respect how much these short-term traders can move a market. Look at the volume today. I'm in 4-tick increments. It is all at the upper end. So just like the market went home short. Now, what happened today in B period? And even A when we started. We said this, right? This is knowing your competition. The market was totally short yesterday in the afternoon. Then in the overnight it was short, as you can see. They started covering it pre-market, but we were still below the double distribution. And I said, as long as you stay below that in the lower distribution, they won't worry that much. Well, what happened? A period, they drove straight up to continue the short covering. Didn't take out FG though, did they? But once Powell didn't even step on the stage yet when B period opened, they ripped down almost to the penny to the opening, ripped up, and once we got above F&G's high, watch out, as the shorts just ran for cover for the millionth time over the last 12 years as they got destroyed again, and then the momentum buy-in joined in, only to finally get tired and trade sideways, never pull back, and then get another leg up, certainly not as big of one, but another leg up to make a new all-time high. Now, I had a special guest in my room, a fellow broker that used to work on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, Kenny Polcari. He was in the room for about an hour and a half, so I did not do a lot of trading after. In fact, I didn't do any trading after the morning because I had him on as a guest. And then to be quite honest with you, after he left, the only trade I was looking for was a pullback. Jay just didn't pull back enough for me. I had a bid in there. I took it out. I'm like, well, maybe we'll flush a little more. I wanted to see us get below F's low and take a nice size long somewhere above E's low. Obviously, we didn't even get close to that. So it's not like I missed any trade, really. As far as my trades, A period, I took a short the first time when it drove up against F&G's high. Actually did it a couple of times. It gave me that opportunity. And I scalped them, the 450 puts. Then B period exploded to the high. What I did do, took a small put when we got right at the all-time high. Did not hold it long. It actually gave me something. Didn't lose money on it. It got through it. I added a little B's high, came in, and I took them off. Nothing big. And then in C period, when we pulled back, I took a long. Those were the 447 calls against the single prints. I rode those back up, but I didn't think we would even go back all the way to the day's high just yet. So I took them off a little early, but we did, and then we continued. And that was my only trading because, like I said, he was in the room for a good part of the afternoon, and then we really just traded sideways. Now, as far as destinations for Monday, you've heard me say this time and time again. There's only one to the upside left, 450.65, which is now an intermediate time frame high. It's a weekly high and all-time high for now, unless we get higher in the after hours. For the downside, I'm going to use L's high at 450.56 as a price probe because we got above it. We'll see if that holds on Monday. Then I'm using J's low as the afternoon pullback low. Wasn't much of one, 449.99. Then we have the single prints, one set of the double distribution day, 448.87 gets filled at 02. So there's still 85 cents left of single prints. It's pretty decent. Then we have today's low of 447.06. Then we have yesterday's low, 446.16. And then don't forget, we have 445.14, which is now a weekly low, filling the gap at 443.71, 143-point gap. Now, let's go to the charts and break down all three of these indices that we follow. We'll start with the Russell. Let's see if there's any changes now in the Russell after this very nice day today. Now, there's no change in the monthly. We've been saying this now for 5 months. We have 2 days to go in this month, and for 5 months, we've traded inside of March's range from this year. When they finally stopped them, remember they one time framed up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months before they finally came into balance, which is month 7, and then they took out the previous month's low to stop the one-time framing. And since then, we've traded inside of March's range. So nothing changes in the big picture until you get acceptance above the all-time high, or you get acceptance below 207.21. Now, the last 2 months, we've gotten down to 209.05, and we got down to 210.68. So we've gotten close to the balance low, but we certainly haven't tested it or taken it out. And now the question is, are they going back to the opposite end of the balance? Well, to do that, first things first, we have to take out last month's high of 232.08. But if we do that, or this month's high when it ends on Tuesday, then I can see them at least testing the all-time high. So they're in balance in the monthly. Weekly, we've gone from balance, right? We went from bull, inside week balance, to down or balance because we held that weekly low balance. But look, the top of this weekly balance is 225.41. So we came out of a 5-week balance to the upside. So I'm calling the weekly up. So monthly is balance, weekly is up in the Russell. And then look at the daily. Remember I said yesterday, 3-day balance back in between the 50 and the 20? Boom. Explodes to the upside. Now, their volume today was 32 million. They're averaging 28 million. So they actually did better than average. SPY right now is going to be doing at best average. So I give them credit for that. But the bigger picture is this. A couple of changes in the Russell. We're still balanced in the monthly, but weekly is up and the daily is up. So let's see if they're going to start getting legs now to the upside. Let's go to the triple Qs. Their monthly is very healthy, just like ours, but they're only one time framing up 3 months. But it's very healthy. Weekly, they just came out of a 4-week balance to the upside, right? So the weekly is up. So the monthly is up. The weekly's up. And the daily, same thing. It came out of a 3-day balance to the upside. So that's up. So all 3 time frames in the triple Qs are up. So Russell, 2 out of 3 are up. Triple Qs, all three are up, and now let's go to us. So that's why, listen to what I'm saying. Everybody keeps trying to pick a top in these markets. And listen to what I'm saying. Up, up, up. Markets don't go bull bear. Okay? And if people start learning that, they're going to save themselves so much pain trying to pick tops. 2 days to go in the month. We are one time framing up 10 months. You know what's even more spectacular about this? We don't even have an inside month in any of these 10. Inside month doesn't stop the one time framing up. You have to take out the previous month's low. It might slow the tempo a bit, but it doesn't stop it. So not only don't we have any inside months, we're getting distance away from previous month's high. Last month's high was 441.80. 2 days to go, we're $8 above it. Impressive. Weekly. Just came out of a 4-week balance to the upside. Closed above now. Last week's high was 447.11. $3 above it. The other previous all-time high was 440. What was it? 440. Well, today that's on the daily. So we're getting distance away now from the previous weekly all-time high by $3. So monthly up, weekly up, daily up, 4-day balance. Take it out to the upside. Gap is still my main focus. So again, now the volume actually isn't as bad as it was the previous 2 days. So we might do average or close to average with the overnight. But the main point of what's going on is this: we need to trade what's in front of us. If we do that, we don't get biased. And we let the market tell us what it's doing to prepare us for our trades. Bias will kill traders. Believe me. And I'll never say anything in here that hasn't hurt me. Bias has hurt me. Fading trend days has hurt me. Okay? Look at the 200-day moving average in SPY right now. 403.09. It's over $400. We're $14 above the 50-day moving average. Now, remember I said I thought we had a good chance of testing that down here? Well, we didn't do it. We got within $2, but we never tested it. Look where we are from that day's low. $14. $436 to $450 and change. So, again, all time frames out of the 3 indices we follow, 8 out of 9 time frames are up, and the other one is balance. Doesn't mean we can't come in 2% on Monday. But don't think if you shorted the market and that happens that you're a genius. The market is telling us it still has legs. Keep that in mind. We had a lot of new people join up this week. Fantastic group. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Thanks for the likes and the subscribing to this channel. Have a great and safe weekend. And we will speak prior to the opening on Monday.